It's got the neck pressure.
This is the Schmo with the pro with 1 championship, lightweight submission grappling champion. Here we are, Kade Ruotolo, the RVCA gym, Costa, Mesa, California. How we doing?
Doing great. How are you, boss?
The Schmo can't complain. We love the perm. Are you the better looking twin? You versus Ty. Who's the better looking one?
Oof. It goes back and forth. In the morning, maybe Ty, just because the hair needs a second, but then I think I take it over midday.
For sure, man. And you're both extremely young. You just celebrated the 20th birthday.
Yes, sir. Just hit the big, no more teenager, right? So, yeah, the big 2-0. Not 21 yet, but, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one next year.
And you're already a champion, one of the major mixed martial arts organization in the world.
Yeah, it's been going unreal. You know, life's been it's been crazy as of recently, just trying to keep the ball rolling.
For sure. Now you're also somebody who competes clean. What do you make of the people that are in your sport that compete dirty?
You know, I never try to throw shade towards specific people. You know, my brother and I, we've always, fought clean. That's the way we'll fight forever. And, we like to speak on that, to try and encourage, the next generation to do the same. Everyone competing dirty, they kind of take shortcuts. And I think in the long run, it comes to bite them in the ass a bit, So, yeah, I'm stoked on it.
Could you consider somebody the greatest of all time if they're taking performance-enhancing drugs?
Personally, absolutely not, I mean, it's kind of a hard thing to say because it seems like the entire sport is, you know what I mean? So, there's weird variables, but, for me, that's why I've looked up to guys so much, like the Diaz brothers and, maybe guys, they're technically not the greatest of all time, but to me, they're pretty much, my favorites, the greatest to me because they're out there, competing against these cheaters, basically, and making it happen.
So you're part of the face to make grappling mainstream. What do you think it's going to take to get this sport over the hump to be a mainstream sport?
Right. I think the rule sets are massively important. You can't have any boring rule sets out there, and boring fighters. Really, there's a lot of guys trying to, very edge out wins. Play by the rule sets. To squeak out wins, and that's really just going to slow the growth of the sport. They need guys going for the kill from start to finish, trying to finish each other. That's how I train. That's how my brother trains, and there's a handful of grapplers that are really doing a good job of doing that. So.
And one of those guys is Mikey Musumeci. What's it going to take for him to maybe go up a few weight divisions to compete against you?
That's a crazy one. I've seen a lot of people been mentioning his name in the comment section, and I've seen Mikey over the years, just been killing it, right? And he's always been a little bit smaller. There was one division we were in the same division, and we ended up not meeting up. I was in the finals against Gabriel Souza. And, I think Mikey, didn't win that one against him, but I think it'd be a crazy one in the future. He's a bit smaller, but who knows? Maybe he gets a little bigger.
Yeah, Darth Rigatoni, he's still young. Right now, who's your top 5 pound-for-pound grapplers in the world? You can include yourself and your brother.
Right on. Well, as far as just skill set, you think, or my favorites, personal favorites?
No, we're talking skill set.
Okay, top 5. Number 1 probably is going to have to be my brother, honestly. Just putting him at the number 1 seed. I don't think anyone is as technical as him. And as smart as him. Number 2, it's so difficult to say it's hard from a result standpoint or a technique standpoint, From a technique standpoint, I guess from a result standpoint, I probably have to go up, Gordon, my professor, past generation, but Marcelo Garcia is a complete legend, and of course, Hodger's a legend, too, so you can't really take those guys. And, of course, Buchecha, so I go 6.
Of course. Too humble to put yourself in there as well. We like it.
Yes, sir. I try to squeeze right there under Ty.
What do you think it's going to take to get a guy who's made his chops in the sport of grappling, who's really not competing a long time, a Dylan Danis? What's the best advice you have for him to get back in the sport, get back to his roots into grappling?
Right, man. Dylan, he's been grappling forever since I've been in the sport, so it's not like he's no stranger to it. It'll never leave you, something like that, spending that much time on one thing. Those techniques, they'll never leave you. And he's gone at it head and head with some of the best, right? So, he's got the tools in there. He just got to, stay consistent, stay training, and keep throwing yourself out there because, you may fall short here and there, but if you keep the consistency, you're going to, learn from those mistakes. And it kind of sounds pretty cliche, but it's really the truth.
So the Schmo has you sitting right here at a boxing ring here at the RVCA gym. You compete in 1 championship. Yes, they have the grappling. Yes, they have the Muay Thai. And they have their mixed martial arts. When can we expect to see you make your mixed martial arts debut? Or maybe boxing. The Schmo knows you like your combat sports.
Yeah. So definitely this year is the goal, to get my MMA debut underway. I've been falling in love with it more and more every day. It's something new for me, basically. So it's refreshing. I'm learning a lot. In jiu-jitsu, I've been doing it my entire life, so almost like I was not getting burnt out on it, still learning things every day, but I'm just learning so much new things every day, and it's really refreshing for me. So definitely at some time this year, mid next year is the goal. Try to get that debut going.
May 5th, the long-anticipated one debut here on U.S. soil, Denver, Colorado. Are we going to see you compete on that fight card?
Man, my fingers are crossed. My brother, I think, is pretty much solidified for that card. I don't want to, speak too soon, but almost positive he's on that one. Fingers crossed, and then, fingers crossed for me as well. I'd love to. It's going to be a massive card, and, one's first time here in the U.S., so I can't wait for it.
And we got Sage Northcutt making his return. It's been like a 4-year layoff. Everybody's excited to see Super Sage Northcutt.
Yeah, man. I remember just his start into the MMA world, and I remember watching with my grandpa. He's gone now, but he was one of his favorites back in the day, and he always, this kid, he's gonna be something huge, and he was always one of the most exciting to watch. So I can't wait for his return as well.
It's got the body of a superhero too.
Tell me about it. The guy's a monster. Yeah.
And then you got DJ, one of the GOATs. We got, what is it, the trilogy fight? That's going to be amazing.
Tell me, dude, I think that's the one I'm most excited for, to be honest. After they're 1-1, they both kind of finish each other in the same way, right? So this third match is just going to be unreal. I'm a big fan of both of the guys, DJ and Adriano. Both are, just freak specimens, and it's going to be unreal.
And can we get a final message for all your fans out there, Kade, worldwide?
Right on. Yeah, just super stoked to be here on the Schmo Show. Thank you guys. Super excited for this upcoming year. I hope to put on as best performances I can, and really blow your guys' minds. So stay tuned.
One of the highest paid grapplers in the world. We got Kade. He's the pro. I'm the Schmo, the RVCA Gym. We're out.